of recording this, so I probably won't have anybody come on, and that's fine if I don't have anybody. I didn't even get a chance to email my mods or text my mods or anything. I was doing the charts for Sebastian Rogers, and my cell phone said that I don't have any storage. So I was trying to upload the video, and it wouldn't let me upload my video to YouTube because they said I had too much stuff stored on storage. So I just hit the live button. It's okay if I don't have anybody on here at all. I'm just trying to get it out because at this point, everything that I just recorded, I can't upload it. So, I'm just going to try to do the best that I can. Okay, if people come on, they come on. If they don't, they don't. And I didn't even get a chance to tell my mods because I panicked and I thought I was going to lose all my stuff. So, I'm just doing it live. So this is the 6:30 a.m. chart on the dated for the 26th. I had the wrong chart. On the last video that I did on Sebastian, I had the wrong chart. Now, again, everyone kind of got a little upset with me because, well, not everyone, but some people were like, you're throwing bad juju towards the mom. How dare you do that to the mom? I don't mean to sound negative towards the mom. Okay, I really don't. If you look on this chart, we have a huge kite formation going on here, pointing to the 7th house, which rules the open enemy on a chart. We have the moon there. We have the moon at a 29th degree. I don't mean to sound negative towards the mom at all. I really am praying for the mother. I'm praying for the entire family. I'm really hoping that the family is not involved. The only thing I find suspicious is that the mother was saying that I can't even look at the chat. If anyone is on here with me, I'm really sorry. Hopefully I can look at the chat. How do I even look at the chat? Let me see if I can get the chat to come up. I'm not even sure. Anyway, I'm just going to talk. I might not even have a chance to look at the chat either. I'm just going to say what I have to say because, like I said, my cell phone is acting really crazy and I wasn't able to store anything that I just recorded. So, that's why I'm live. I don't like to do these live sometimes because I'm so distracted. I have ADD. I'm like Sebastian in a way. I struggle. So right now I'm just trying to just get out what I need to get out. So if anyone's in chat, that's fine. If I don't see anybody, I'm sorry if I don't see you or respond. I'm just going to read the chart and I'm going to be kind of engrossed into that. So the only thing that I was concerned about with Sebastian was the night before. And I'm going to tell you around 9:30 p.m. So this is the 26th, okay? What concerns me is the night before, on the 25th, okay? If I'm looking at the mom saying that everything at the house was perfectly fine, at 9:30 p.m. the night before the 911 call, I'm going to show you that it's not okay. That there was something happened at the house. I don't know what happened at the house, but I'm going to say it was probably an argument. So that's the only thing I'm having a hard time with the mom saying that everything was hunky-dory at the house. That I'm disputing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's a liar. I'm not saying that, anything like that. First of all, a Sunday night is a school night, and kids shouldn't be up at midnight. Kids shouldn't be up past 10 o'clock on a school night. At least that's how it is here at our house. I try to have, at least everybody's got to be in their room, in their bed at 10 p.m. What concerns me is that I have Pluto. This is 9 p.m. on the 25th. So can you see it? (9 p.m. on the 26th. Wait, let me do 9 p.m. on the 25th. so you can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. 9 p.m. Let's do the 25th. So this is the night before, right? Because the 911 call came in on the 26th at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. I have Pluto in the house that rules family. Okay, that's why I'm saying something's not right. Okay, there has to be some, and I have Aries ruling the open enemy, which is usually somebody's angry, somebody's mad. Okay, I have Mom opposed Neptune. I have Mom opposed Neptune the night before. So that concerns me. That's all I'm going to say. And again, you know, there's this huge kite. I hope you guys can see this freaking huge kite that God is just like flying all this energy into the mother. Now, that looks like a freaking airplane, just like right to the mom. Do you see that? So why is that? I mean, that's a lot of energy coming all out from Mom. I don't know why that is. I wish I knew. Again, you know, we're not supposed to know more than God. We're not supposed to speculate to know more than God. I'm just going to tell you that the energy on the chart, it makes me a little nervous. That's all. I'm not saying that the mom is guilty in any way. All right. That's all. I'm just saying, I'm not sure if I totally believe that Mom says that everything was normal. Everything was peachy. Everything was, you know, PC, and that everything was good. With this kite flying into the moon, you know, we look at the 4th house because it is the house that rules family. Home. Father, home, family. And I have Pluto there. So there's some type of pressure. Something's uncomfortable. And then I have Aries ruling the open enemy, which to me is an argument of some sort. So that's where I struggle with her saying that everything is great, everything was peachy keen. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Another thing, he was last seen with a flashlight, you know, wearing a sweatshirt and a backpack. 10 p.m. leaving the house. That would not happen here, especially on a school night. I'd be like, where are you going? Like, it's a school night. You have to be in bed. Like, there's just things that I don't know. So if he left the house, he would have locked the door behind him, because the mother said that she woke up the next morning and the doors were locked. Okay. So let's go to the 911 call on the 26th at 6:30 in the morning. And we're going to chart that out. Okay, I really don't want to do too much of who done it, but I mean, he could have met foul play when he went out. I'm looking at probably a Libra or a Scorpio that could possibly be involved in hurting him or doing something to him. Okay, at the 6:30 a.m. chart. Let's just pull that up. Let me see where he shows up on the AC line. You can get a kind of a feel for the astrological sign of the victim or the astrological sign of the killer on the AC line. So, this is PM. Go AM. Sorry, guys. I'm not really paying attention to chat. I'm really sorry. I'm really trying to get this done for Sebastian. I really want to do this. And I got so upset because I thought I lost everything when I was doing his chart. So I just went live, and I didn't even tell my mods I was coming on. Okay, so this is the 6:30 a.m. chart when she's calling 911. Again, she's still opposed Neptune. That does make me a little nervous. It just makes me nervous. That's all I'm going to say. She's at a 29th degree. That's not the best degree, for the mom. But that could just because it's a fated degree that the moment that she calls 911, Sebastian's fate is sealed. So it could mean that as well. All right. I mean, I got to look at it a couple of ways. And I don't want to sound like I'm blaming the family or blaming the mother. I'm just going to tell you what I feel, how I am feeling interpreting the planets. Okay. So if he's being ruled by Pisces here, that means his ancient planet would be Jupiter. Neptune rules Pisces, of course, but when you're doing criminal astrology, you have to go back to the ancient planets. So right here, that is Sebastian. He's Jupiter. And I'm going to tell you right now, I already know Algol is playing a role here because this is Taurus, Algol. This is Algol country, which is injuries to the neck and head. Meeting the devil or meeting a bad person while you're out. Okay. Hey TKO, good to see you. Happy Thursday. So let's go ahead and try to map him out. Like I said, I was live. I mean, I was trying to record a video when I was doing the map, and my phone says that I don't have any more storage left to do videos. So I have to go through and like delete everything. So that's why I just hit the live button. So I'm really not prepared, but I'm going to do my best. So I have him at 123 Stafford Court. And this is what law enforcement has his address as. So I hope you can see that. And I went out. So my mile marker for the chart was 17. Why? Because of the IC line down here, which is close to in the womb and in the tomb. Okay? So his planet, I have an Earth. I have a lot of water here. So what I need to do is map out, first of all, I'm going to map out the moon because the moon is a second co-ruler of our victim. So I'm going to map out the 29 degrees of Virgo. I'm also going to map out the line of Saturn. Why? Because Saturn rules your hair, skin, teeth, nails, your muscles, your skin. Okay, the whole skeletal system is Saturn. And it's sitting right on the AC line. Okay, another thing I gotta let you guys know, my dog is laying behind me and she's snoring and kicking me and she's sleeping. And I don't know what she makes all kinds of noises in the background, so you might hear all kinds of things back there. Hopefully she doesn't fart, but if she does fart, it's my dog behind me. She's sleeping. So, okay. So, I'm going to map out the AC line, the DC line. I'm going to map out Saturn. I'm going to map out the moon. I'm going to map out the line of Jupiter. And because my open enemy is sitting on the line of Virgo and Libra is in here as well, I really feel like our open enemy could be Libra, looking like a Libra, looking like a Virgo, characteristics of a Virgo, characteristics of a Libra. Libra can rule neighbors. Virgo rules runaways. So that's another thing, like, why would he just leave if everything was happy, hunky-dory at the house? It's just things are weird to me. It's telling me here that he has a characteristic about him that probably has to do with his autistic, that he's autistic, because Aries rules the head. So it's probably trying to let me know that there might be something off with him himself as a characteristic of him, or it could be letting me know that he has an injury to his head, that he could have hit his head. Neptune is in the first house as well. That makes me a little nervous as well. That rules, all things in crime. That's not good. I mean, drugs, drowning, lies, deceit, being hidden, right? Being hidden near water or in the water. I really don't like that Neptune is opposed the moon. That just makes me so nervous. Okay, so let's go back to the map. I don't want to accuse the mother because that's not what I'm on here to do. I just want to try to help find him. All right, this line got a little weird here. I got to delete it. So here is the AC line and the line of Saturn right here. So it takes me up into these, like, hills. I don't know if those are mountains or hilly areas here. It looks to be, like, kind of rough terrain to me. So this area here, I'd be interested in. Now, I couldn't get it. I was struggling with getting it to 1 degree over. So, I mean, I would really be looking at everything on in the middle here. And I would be looking at everything on the outside of this line as well. I hope that makes sense. Now, this is the moon line, and this takes me through another wooded area here. As well. Right here. So that's a second co-ruler of our victim as well. So that takes me through Center Point Road, down by, what is that? I can't read it. Hunts Lane, Center Point Road, Forest, I can't read that. Forest Retreat Road. Takes me all along here. All along here. So, like, this area here, I would circle. As a possible location. Or just, you know, it's a second mile marker where he could be. So, as far as the most distance I think that he would be, could be one, you know, over top of his house is 0 miles. So is like ground zero. And then you go out 17 yards. Then you go out 17 feet. Then you go out 1.7 miles. Then you go out 17 miles. I hope that makes sense, what I'm saying. I'm trying to get you guys as close as I can. Okay, so also rules kind of like, because he's kind of like Libra and Virgo. Virgo rules earth, dirt. Libra rules kind of like sandy gravel. This kind of looks like sandy gravel to me in this area here as well. Forest Retreat Road. So that would be an interesting spot, I would think. And then, I don't know why this keeps doing this. I'm really trying to learn this program and I'm struggling with it. So just bear with me. The other areas that look, you know, is the line of Saturn. And explain to you why the line of Saturn is important. And the AC line rules the victim. So that's in between here. So let's see if I can see any main roads here. Get a little closer. all this area here, I would be checking this road here. I don't know the name of that road. I mean, this is like in the middle of nowhere. It's really weird how it's taken us out here. So that would be important to me too. This doesn't really even look like farmland. It looks like dried up riverbeds or something. Maybe like dirt bike paths or something. I'm not sure. But they look important to me. Well, I mean, the astrology is saying that they are important. So I can't even see on the map, like, the name of this road. It doesn't even give me, like, a name. All through here. Okay. So this road is called Penditon. Honeysuckle. So it's taking me over top of Honeysuckle Drive. All this area here. Why does it keep doing that? I'm not sure why it keeps doing that. I mean, I feel like all this out here is like in the middle of nowhere. Like all out here, I can't even get like a street name. Okay, so the other line I want to do is Jupiter. We should do the line of Jupiter, which is in Taurus at a 10 degree. So I'm doing the way that Kirsty McIntosh has taught us how to do this, okay? So you do the degree of Taurus, and then you add Jupiter to Taurus because he's being ruled by Jupiter. So just bear with me. So Taurus is at a 30 degree. So I need to add 10 to that. So that's 40 degrees. Right? 40 degrees of Jupiter. And Jupiter is ruling our victim. So let's pull up the degrees and look for the number 40. The lower numbers are really hard to do. So just bear with me. Sorry, I'm not talking so much. I'm sorry, guys. I just really want to get this done for Sebastian. Because these are just hot spots that, you know, of areas that he could be where if he got kidnapped, I mean, this is areas that could lead us to where he got kidnapped. And I do see somewhere that he's in a vehicle, but I'm not sure. I mean, so it's the line of Jupiter. Takes me through Lamette Lane. Letmet Lane. See if I can get it closer. Lamar? I'm not really sure how to pronounce that street name. Again, I mean, it just takes us out to this, like, in the middle of nowhere where this ditch thing is. I'm not really sure what this depression is in this land, but it really, it's deep. It goes all the way through. I'm not sure what that is. It's like a divot in the land. Okay. So let's just put a marker here so I don't mess up and get confused in my chart. This is Jupiter. Ruling victim. Okay. Let me save it. Okay. This area here, right where the lines like cross, is important too. Right in here. All in here. These are important areas because it's right where the lines cross. So it's where the astrology is saying at the most, and then it's where the planets cross over. So it's like, it's a mileage marker matching where the planets cross. So where the astrology is saying this is a mile marker, and where the planet crosses over that line of the mile marker. So I do think they're important. I end up having a whole bunch of spots to check, but you know, I think it's better to be safe than sorry. And I know it might look crazy, but I just rather would be safe than sorry. And then, you know, God forbid I miss it, or I don't add it, and then I regret it, and then I'm sitting here thinking about it for hours and hours that I should have updated it, and then I didn't update it. So I'm just I'm going to circle it. All these areas here, all the way out to 17 miles. 1.7 miles away, 17 miles away. You get the gist of it. This whole line here. All the way out to here. I mean, there is like a road that goes out to here. I don't know what that is. Hi, Wild Man's mom. Sorry, I'm not really watching. Hi, Mystical Mermaid. It's so good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you're here in Crossroads too? Border or corner. Oh, good. Okay. What does anybody know what this weird divot is in the land? I mean, it's huge. It goes across the whole thing. Like, what is that? Do you guys see it? It's like that. It looks like a border to me. Like, it's huge. It crosses the whole map. I don't know what that is. It doesn't look like water. Ugh, I really got to get comfortable using this program because it is annoying. So it takes me right to this divot here, like right on this trail. See it? And then there's this huge, like, what is that? I've never seen anything like that on a map before. It's huge. It goes all the way across Tennessee. Yeah, it took me a long time, Eminem, to learn how to map. I had to rewatch Kirsty McIntosh's videos. Like, she probably got like 1,000 views just from me alone hitting repeat and replay, repeat, replay, repeat, replay. And I just kept watching her until I could figure out how she was doing it. It's hard. This program isn't easy, but it's you can't do the degrees of the planets on Google Maps. And for a few months, I was really trying to figure out the degrees on Google Maps, and it's not the same. Only this program lets us map out the degrees. So now I want to map out the DC line, which rules the killer. Okay, so let's map out the killer line. So it would be 9 degrees. Let's see. Let me get you guys up real close. 9 degrees of Virgo. Okay? So Virgo is the 6th house. So the 6th house is at 150 degree plus 9. So that takes me to 159. So we're going to map out, try to find the degree of Virgo. So we're going to try to find the degree of Virgo crossing over the mile markers, okay? I hope that makes sense. I feel like I sound like a crazy person, but it does make sense. I mean, this is very mathematical. So the moon does move the fastest. So, you know, that's why I tell you, like, on the line of the moon is always moving. So, like, we should really look on both sides of this line for the moon, because the moon moves the fastest. So I would say, like, we should push it out, like, out here for the moon, because the moon is just, like, moving like a bullet. It moves really fast, right? So okay. Let me go back. Now I'm going back to ground zero, which is right over his house. So we're looking at for the 159th degree. So if there's a kidnapper, I mean, we could have a kidnapper that lives here. 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 You know, anywhere in these areas here, the kidnapper could live if there's a kidnapper. Even on these lines here, right? It could be where the kidnapper works or where the kidnapper frequents. Maybe it's a bar they always go to. Maybe it's a fishing spot that the kidnapper always goes to. But for whatever reason, the universe is saying, hey, just pay attention, right? Like, something's up with this area right here. So it's important that we keep track. that could be important. Okay, so I need to do 159 with the degrees. 159 degrees. Just give me 1 second. I know I don't talk a lot when I'm doing this. It's just I'm trying to focus. I'm sorry, guys. 159 degrees. 195. So you got to remember that when we do these charts, it's not going to look, it is identical to the chart that we're doing. It's just in reverse. North is south, south is north. South is, it's reversed. We do the quadrants are reversed. I know that's hard to understand, but they are reversed. Actually, Christy McIntosh kind of explains it in her book here. You see how the quadrants are reversed? Like this is north, the Cancer degree, 90 degree, and then the Sagittarius degree, 240 degrees, is south. So it's reverse. That really used to throw me for a loop, right? Like you'd think over here would be west, where California is at the Aries degree, but it's not. It's east. So the quadrants, and this is west. The Libra degrees is west, and that used to throw me for the biggest loop, but this program helps you understand that much better. So, yeah, it took me a long time. I'm just going to say that. And for a person that struggles with ADD, I mean, like, it took me really a long time to get comfortable with that. But it's fine now. Once you get it, you get it. Anybody can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do this. I swear, because I really struggle with learning. Okay, let's go back to the 159. So, come on, Daisy. Stay still. She's moving the bed. $159, $156, $157, $58. There you go. That's $159. Okay. So he could be in between this little triangle here. All in here. Can you guys see that? On the sides of this, on the sides of here. He could be anywhere in between there. Okay. All right. Now I just want to map out the ruling planet of our enemy, who was in Virgo. So that takes me to Mercury. So Virgo is ruling the DC line, which means that my open enemy is Mercury. Which I hate to say this, it can mean, so it can mean two people. It can mean twinning somehow. Even though it's not a Gemini degree, it's still Mercury rules Gemini and Mercury rules Virgo. Oh, my dog's jumping on the bed. Hold on. Get down, honey. Figure out what you're going to do. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, let's just read. Virgo can mean, somebody works with the earth. He's in Taurus, so that's another earth sign. Let's look at Kirsty's book and see what she says about an enemy being in Virgo. What to look for. Okay. So, Virgo, we have a well-composed body, a mean structure, or mean stature, lovely brown complexion, pretty but long eyes, thick black hair, subtle wit. Virgo on the 7th can indicate a person that is in the victim's life on a daily basis. Someone who's intelligent and possibly related to any type of studies that the victim may be involved in. Teachers or professors should be considered. Sometimes the suspect may have obsessive compulsive disorder. Very neat, very organized. And Virgo represents the organized killer. Gives a person of a tall stature, black hair, long, lean face, high forehead, long, straight nose, a lean body, long fingers, and lean, long feet. Swinging arms are one arm that swings. A witty man full of talk. So someone who might talk a lot. Also could have an upset stomach. Virgo rules the stomach as well. We shouldn't forget that. Or nervous stomach. Or they might have an eating disorder. Or they might have IBS. Something like that. Like they have issues with their stomach. That's all Virgo. Let me see if I can think of anything else. A wooded area. Yes. My spirit says it's where a creek turns into a river. Okay. There's a huge river that goes right through there. There's this river right over here. It's huge. Sorry, you guys keep leaning sideways on my phone. I saw it right over here. There's a huge river. Yeah, this one. Cumberland River. Look how big that is. Old Hickory Lake. It is huge. It's humongous. I've never seen a river like this. It's huge. Look at it. Can you guys see it? How big it is? Virgo, did she give an age? I didn't see if the sun was conjuncted. I'll have to look at the chart. 1 second. Let's see how old he might be. Yeah, so it's conjunct the sun, so I would say older than 30, or older than 29. We're probably looking at an older man. Or that it's two people. I mean, because Mercury rules siblings too. People in your local neighborhood. So, I mean, Gemini and Virgo share the same planet. So, I mean, when I'm dealing with Mercury, I kind of want to also not forget the stuff about Gemini. Short distant journeys in your local neighborhood, people, your neighbors, people that you know, right? People that are in your life. Somebody that you know. Are you feeling that too, Eminem? So I'm thinking older than 29, for sure. Hey, Sunshine, it's good to see you. You're thinking in his later 40s? He's older than his 40s. He may drive a red vehicle. Okay. Well, Mars is red. Rusty red, too. Like a bloody color, like a brown red color. Mercury, what color is... We could have Mercury's really on a cusp of Aquarius and Pisces. So Aquarius rules like light blues. It also rules yellows and silver and gray. And then Pisces rules black and blue. So, but in the first house, we have red. So red could be definitely a color. So I'm seeing black and blue, or blue speckled black. And that could be any color anywhere, right? I mean, these are colors that could be where his body could be located, or what the killer's vehicle looked like, or what colors they were wearing. Black and blue, or yellow, light blue, silver, or gray. And then for Aries, that's red. For Neptune, we have blue. And then for the house that he's sitting in, Taurus. So there's a couple of colors that could play a role. But the first house, I do see red because Aries is in it. Red and blue. Red, blue, black. It sucks that Mercury is so much on a cusp. It says here that Mercury's on the cusp. Well, it's at 5 degrees, so it just crossed over, you know. But it's still kind of cuspy. So our killer could have been wearing blue. Wearing a blue shirt or something like that. Probably has a couple vehicles, a truck, and a car. Okay. Yeah, you felt like it was someone the parents know. I think it's someone the parent knows, too. I felt like it's someone the mom knows, connected to the mom. Because the mom kept showing up in Libra, or like kind of on the cusp of Libra and Virgo. So it's someone that she either knows through school, or someone that she has a relationship with, or someone that she knows from the neighborhood. There's definitely a connection. I felt like I kept kind of blaming the mom. It's just the mom keeps showing up in a weird spot. But, I mean, that could literally be because she crossed paths with the killer. You know what I mean? Like, she keeps showing up in the house that rules the enemy. But that could just mean that she was really in close proximity of when this happened. But she just doesn't know it yet. So, or she doesn't realize that she was that close to the killer. Do you know what I'm saying? So everyone kind of got mad at me and said I was picking on the mom. It's not that I'm picking on the mom. She just keeps showing up at weird. She keeps showing up at weird degrees. She showed up at a 22 degrees. That's kill or be killed. She showed up at a 29 degrees. That's a fated degree. 29 degrees is a negative degree. But on this chart, you know, she's at 29 degrees. That's a malefic degree. It sucks. It's not the best degree. But that, and the fact that she's opposed Neptune, I don't like that either. But that's it. I mean, that's the only things that I see, you know, and like this kite formation is just flying into the mom. Like God just keeps like pointing to the mom for some reason. So it's either like God is trying to say like, it's pay attention to the mom. It's someone that the mom knows, or it's something with the mom. With Libra, it makes me feel like it's a relationship that the mom knows somebody, right? So that's how I feel about it. I didn't want to make it sound like I was blaming the mom or pointing fingers at the mom. The mom could be very much so innocent and just be at really close proximity between the killer or the kidnapper and her son. And that's why she's showing up in the house that rules the enemy all the time. So, and that's very possible, all right? So I don't want to make it sound like I'm blaming the mom in any way. She just might have been right under the nose. It happened right, literally, it's like the astrology is kind of hinting that this happened right under her nose in secret. Neptune rules secrets. Neptune rules stuff that's hidden from you, right? So I could look at it like that as well. All right, so let's do Mercury, the line of Mercury, and Mercury is at 5 degrees in Pisces. And Pisces, let's do the math for Pisces. So Pisces is in the 12th house. And that's a 330 degree. So I'll add 330 plus 5. That will take me to 335. 335 in Mercury in Pisces. Okay, so let's do Pisces degree and see where that takes us on the map. There is a lot of water nearby. So I don't want to, you know, not rule out water. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of bodies come up near water, like a huge water source, because Saturn is going to be in Pisces all year. So we're going to be dealing with Pisces kind of crimes, Neptunian type of crimes. And where bodies will be near is Neptune areas. So that's water. Or drowning, drugs, human trafficking, old age, mental illness, things like that. So sex trafficking, that's all Neptune. All right, so I need to map out 335 degrees. Sorry, I get real quiet when I do this, guys. Just bear with me. Just talk amongst yourselves, okay? Keep yourselves entertained, because I get nervous and it's hard to balance this. 335. So, I mean, I'm really getting a lot of energy on the AC line, the line of Saturn, which rules DNA. And I'm getting a lot of energy on the AC line as well. So that's interesting to me. A lot of the lines are pointing over here. I'm beginning to wonder that this divot must have had water in it or something at one point. This big divot in the ground. Maybe it's like a flood zone or where water floods or something. I don't know. It's really weird. But it keeps taking me back to that kind of area. Okay, let's go back to 335. Okay. All right. So again, it takes me to this like weird divot in the ground. I don't know if you guys can see that. Whoops. Okay. Like, what is this up here? All through here. Can you guys see that on the map? This huge divot? I don't know what that is. I've never seen anything like that before. I don't know what that is. And I don't even have like names of roads out here. There's dirt paths, dirt bikes, where dirt bikes could probably go, but I'm not seeing like names of roads. You can see that there's roads, but look, there's no names of these roads on the map. I really don't know what this area is. Like, I couldn't even name it, even if I tried. That's my name. That's me putting in AC line, DC line, line of Mercury, and all that. I'm not even seeing, like, a main road to get there. Just dirt roads. Really weird. Very strange. Very strange map. But, you know, it's what the astrology is mapping out, so I'm going to keep it. I mean, regardless of how weird these lines look, I'm going to keep it. Because that's what the math is saying to do. So the killer could work or live near any of these lines. The killer could work in between here. All along this like long hollow pike right here. Or this road could have been accessed to carry out his crime. These areas here. That looks like water there. It's very wooded. I mean, there's a lot of woods everywhere. Really weird. I really hope we find him. We got to stay Sebastian strong for this little child. I mean, my gosh. And this is the line of Jupiter that was ruling him. And it takes me right out again to this weird divot in the land. Like, I have no idea what that is. So there's 5 lines that take me out to this 5 lines have led me to this line here. This huge thing in the land. I have no idea why. Very weird. See? These lines over here take me to this divot. I really don't know what that is, guys. He's going to be hard to find. All right, so this is what I have for now. I'll try to upload a short if I can. My phone is acting crazy. It says that I have too much stored on my phone, so I couldn't like, you know, download anything. But this is the map, what I have so far. Sorry, my hands are shaking. So you guys can see what I have. Whoops, I just lost it. There. That's what I have for him. So if you want to take a screenshot of it or whatever you guys want to do so we can get it out. All right, so that's what I have so far. So I would say in between here, on the outskirts of these lines, in between here, they're all important, okay? I hope this helped everybody. I really tried. I really tried. Just keep praying for him. Keep praying for Sebastian. Hopefully we'll find him. This is a lot of area to cover. It's huge. 17 miles out is pretty far. So I would say 17 yards. Then you go to 1.7 miles, and then you go to 17 miles, or 1.7 miles, okay? So that's how we do it. Thank you so much, Mystical Mermaid, for being here. I really appreciate you so much and your insight. She's the real deal, guys. She is the real deal. All right, I love you all. Love you guys. All right, I'm going to go. Take care, everybody, okay? God bless. Bye-bye now.